Hey everybody, welcome back. Anyway, welcome back. So we're here for another live stream. Oh, let me hold on, y'all. Let me turn my phone down, pull up the chat box because there's a bit that's happened, y'all. I think the internet is kind of digesting this Cardi B and Offset situation, which I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about that too as we go into the discussion about Jasmine Brown and things of that sort, because obviously, the Jasmine Brown situation, a lot of people's issue is marriage. Even though they're clearly seeing that marriage doesn't last long. Black people still have not did a mental software update where it applies to marriage for the most part. There are some people who have, but for the most part, Black people are still kind of stuck. I would venture to say in the biblical days when it applies to marriage, even though marriage wasn't even around for the biblical days, marriage actually predates that. Marriage was created by men, not God. But let me see on X if people are dragging on Twitter. I don't know why I called it X, but probably because when you open it, it has a big X. But I'm trying to find it. I don't see him trending. Let me see if I put in Offset, if I can see people dragging him. Because, Offset cheater. Okay. It's like, but y'all mean, y'all already knew that Offset was a cheater. Like, I was watching, and we'll get into it with the Cardi B and Offset part. Fine. Let's just get into it. We might as well. I was watching Storm's playback today on Cardi B and Offset divorcing. Y'all should have by now already watched the video that I put on that I posted, because I did put one on Patreon in reference to Offset and Cardi B. Okay, hold on. Let me fix something, because why is my scarf looking different than I guess it should be looking? I don't know. The playback got my scarf looking weird. But it is what it is. Hey, Themis. Y'all give Themis a very warm welcome. Thank you for being in here. Oh, okay. So I gotta let this go if this is gonna keep up track. But so y'all should have watched the video that I have on Patreon with Cardi B and Offset. Is a marriage ending is not a surprise to me. I was actually just watching one of your playbacks, Themis, too. It was a long one on single motherhood. And the way in which we view marriage is really regressive. Like it's almost like there's nothing in our mindset that understands with the passage of time, relationship dynamics change. That includes marriage. You still have people going around, even though they keep seeing these celebrity couples divorcing after a short amount of years, mind you. I mean, for Jeannie Mai and Jeezy, it was basically barely 2 years before their marriage broke down. We've seen multiple different celebrities, couples divorced within the statistic, which is on average, they end within 7 years. For Cardi B and Offset, it's been 6 years. She was in her video talking about, how 6 years is a long time. I can just play it because part of it I didn't put in. Part of this video I actually did not put in the Cardi B video. So hold on, let me see which one it is.
I feel like we keep saying every year, like, oh, new year, new me, new this, new that. Bitch, I'm taking that shit to the fucking heart. Like, I'm literally writing down,
No, this the old one.
Fucking.
Sorry.
I wanna start 2024 like fresh. I love, and I've been with for a minute.
Hey, this is the part I didn't put in there. I don't know why it's so low. The volume is up all the way. Now there's no audio. Let me know if y'all can hear the audio.
And there's no drama. And the honest truth is, the reason why I've been so afraid and I just been giving truths from here is because I feel like you guys just don't understand that I've been with somebody for 6 years. And not everything is cheating, woman, this, that.
Come on now. Well, hold on. Let me pause because this is why I'm telling y'all she's lying to save face. She said not everything is about cheating. Not everything is about another woman. In your situation, Cardi B, given Offset's pattern of behavior, obviously the issue is cheating, because why else? You can't in one breath sit up here and say, well, 6 years is a very long time. And granted, didn't she just have a baby? Didn't Cardi B just have a baby? Because I think Cardi B just had, she had to have just had a baby. I know she just had a baby. I know she did. I'm trying to find out what month. Because I thought Cardi B just had a baby. Somebody correct me in the thing if she had a baby. Because no, it's saying 2021. I just thought she recently had a baby. Anyway, the bottom line is you got kids with this man. You claiming he's not cheating. You're claiming that your man's not cheating is not based on another woman. So you're trying to say that somehow Offset has stopped cheating on you, which we know that wasn't the case. But the bottom line of it is Cardi B is over here lying, trying to save face. She don't want to acknowledge that she kept giving this man chance after chance after chance, and then he still continued to cheat on her and didn't modify his behavior. And I don't know why she's doing that when she can simply say, well, look, I was trying to work with my marriage. This is a man that I've invested 6 years in. To me, 6 years is a long time, because really in relationship time, 6 years is a good amount of time, but can it be constituted as a long time? No, not in terms of y'all saying marriage is supposed to be till death do us part. We should get married, marriage. If you would just get married, then there's no single mothers and every single problem on the face of the earth is fixed by way of marriage, according to Black people. For a union dynamic that's supposed to be forever till death do us part, 6 years is nothing. So she could just say, I was working on my marriage. I take marriage seriously. I made vows. So I wasn't going to just break up this dynamic for no reason. She can say, I wanted to put in work with this dynamic before I broke it off. But unfortunately, he decided to keep cheating. She doesn't want to come out and say that, because then Cardi B is basically admitting, hey, I got the same Black man. I was just flexing on this man. And that's why she doesn't want to say it's about cheating. She was just flexing on this man. Now, she can say she's been married for a while, but we went over the timeline. They just had their anniversary in September. You was flexing on Nicki Minaj, referring to him as your man in October, but then she put out a statement saying she's been single since October. So then why were you calling him your man in October? See, but that's why I'm saying Cardi B has to save face. She was just trying to drag Tasha K after Tasha K dropped that video of that woman of no color saying that she was with Offset in the home. Now, Blueface is alleging that Krishan Rock was with him in November, and she's coming out talking about, okay, well, I've been separated from him since October. Even let's just say you've been separated since October. Even still, your husband, because you're still legally bound to this man as your husband, but your husband allegedly being with another woman in November and you supposedly broke up in October, either way, it's still a bad look. She is. Cardi B is immature. And it's like, lady, you're okay now. You're well into your 30s now. Like, at what point do you mature? At what point do you grow up? At what point do you stop trying to hide like this fake person? Everybody gets cheated on. That's the thing. Everybody gets cheated on. The world already knows who black men are. We all know this. But I think that Cardi B is eating her words. And the reason she eating her words is because of this clip right here. I'm gonna tell y'all why she's eating her word. This is why I believe she's doing all this. Let me find that clip of Cardi B when Tasha K exposed that white woman, and she came back making her comments on it. Cardi B is trying to save face because of that audio, I believe, that she put out, talking about how many options she have, and another nigga is just gonna want to wife her up and buy her gifts, and why are y'all always coming for her man, and she got options, and y'all don't have no choice but to stay with the same dude, and y'all don't want her to be single. Like, just really flexing and acting like she's that girl. And see, for me, I would just prefer to not come out and say anything about my relationship or my marriage, because really Cardi B doesn't owe us an explanation. Like, she really doesn't. Like, at the end of the day, Cardi B owes us nothing in terms of her relationship. But whenever somebody exposes something, Cardi B chooses to come out and flex, and she does. That's what she does. She just comes out and flex, and she comes out and she act like she that girl. And I get it. That's a part of the hip hop industry where you just come out and flex. But at the end of the day, Offset is not a flex. Like, you can't flex with Offset. I need to find this video, y'all. And I know I have it on my computer. I'm looking through my computer, mind you, because I know I have it in here. I literally just inserted it in my video, so I know it's in here somewhere. Because I want y'all to hear how this lady was talking earlier this year, because it's like, when we get to her in these videos trying to insist that the issue wasn't cheating, it's like, okay, well, I mean, even if the issue ain't cheating, the issue is you trying to save face because you came out here and popped off and bragged about this bandit so much. You were just sitting up there flexing with this man. You were just sitting up there doing it. Yeah, exactly. Timmy Akimbo, I'll cut a nigga off if he get too comfortable. Right. And according to the video from Lovely T that Storm was going on in his video, Offset and Cardi B got married in, like, I think it was March of 2018, either February or March of 2018. That was said in the video. And by December, he was cheating on her. By December of that year, there were rumors out that he was cheating on her in 2018. So this man been cheating since literally like the same year that y'all got married. And all you been doing is coming out, sitting up here flexing on this man, acting like you have a prize. And it's just like, you don't. Okay, here it is. This is what I think it is. Let's get into this.
Let me say.
Oh, this was her response when Offset accused her of cheating after she defended him. And that's what I'm saying. Like, do y'all remember this video here? Hold on, let me see. Let me play the video. I'm gonna play the video for y'all. That's in the district deep. I know that's not a challenger. Let me show y'all this video to see if y'all remember this when Tasha K dropped this. Do y'all remember when Tasha K dropped this? That's in the district deep. I know that's not a challenger. I get some members with me in the French code. See, they some cannibals. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. She took a look, missed it with the chill out. Now she said she's saying 3D. I go on the where it says, according to her, she has known Offset since 2013 up until last year, and this is at their home in Vineland in Hollywood. She says that her daughter's bed she is sitting on, and in the camera she is with Suge Knight. So this was the woman that came out back then and said, you know, that whatever, she'll cheating with Offset. Okay, cool, fine. Cardi B came back. And do y'all remember when she recorded this?
I want to make this very clear, right? I want to make this. I want to. I'm gonna address this one time, and I'm gonna leave it alone. And Ken Barty's gonna break my phone because he said if I address any of this, it's gonna break my phone. But I'm gonna make this nice, short, and clear, right? Every single time that a girl got beef with me, they always bring up my man. Your man cheating on you. You should leave that nigga. I hope you drop that nigga. I wanna say this, right? I wanna know what do y'all be trying to accomplish with that? Because let me tell you something.
Let me fast forward to when she calling herself flexing.
Hi, party. Like, they be nervous. Cause I'm a bad bitch. You don't got that. I got that. Ball players and he's marrying me.
Like, listen to her.
I was engaged. Before that, I was with a fucking scammer that made a lot of money. Everybody knew about him. And everybody know he didn't even play about me. So I'm that type of bitch that a nigga's gonna cuff. When I don't be outside like that, so when I do be outside, and these ball players and these rappers and these this, they see me, their voices start trembling like, hi party, like they be nervous. I'm a bad bitch. You don't got that. I got that. So every single time I try to bring turmoil to my marriage, I'm just letting y'all know what's gonna happen next. Well, we're gonna get a divorce. People are gonna be mad nosy, mad happy. I'm gonna make an album. People are gonna want to hear the album because of it. Another rich nigga gonna cuff me, and what? Like what? Like what? What it be the point that y'all be trying to? What do y'all be trying to accomplish when y'all be bringing my nigga up? Like what is it? What like a breakup and then what? You're gonna be sick of me because you're gonna see me living my best life. Everybody wants single card. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants every bitch to be single. Every single time Lori Harvey gets with a new nigga, everybody go crazy.
Don't compare yourself to Lori Harvey, girl. Like stop.
Everybody
apples and oranges, like for real. Absolutely not.
You're just gonna turn me up. So go ahead, do all of that. When I decide to get off my nigga, guess what? You're gonna be sick too, because I'm just gonna be with another rich nigga. Hello. I'm not like you bitches.
When she decide to get off her nigga. When? After he get out of the next woman's home? Like, Cardi B reminds me of one of those women who flex on their marriage, but then they got to go hunt down their husband and literally go extract him from the next woman's home. Like, it's like, what you talking about when you decide to get off of him? But this is a different energy. This is a different, that's a whole different energy than when she was over here talking about this.
I don't pay mind to none of that. Like I don't care about it.
Like, look at the energy difference.
Yeah, getting clues from me for my live. I mean, I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me for my lives or for my stories when I put some certain music or find my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know. I don't think it's true. I don't care to.
Like listen, the bottom line is, because this is a much different energy. Like Cardi B was rah-rah in that first video when she defended Offset, talking about if I choose to get off of my nigga. But then you got real humbled though. You came real humble and meek and sound like you fighting away tears when you're announcing that you finally got off your nigga. The bottom line of it is Cardi B is a bird. She's a bird, and therefore she will get treated like a bird. And I'm not saying the cheating is what happens only to birds, because like I said, everybody gets cheated on. Men, women, like there's literally no exception. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. You can be ugly. You still getting cheated on. Period. But for her to sit up here in videos, you go further into the year when people exposing him cheating. Oh, y'all trying to bring turmoil to him, just like a pick-me. Like, she really does sound like a pick-me. Y'all trying to bring turmoil to my relationship. No, your community dick husband is bringing turmoil to your relationship. We're talking about him cheating. He's actually doing the cheating. Whoever's doing the cheating is the one bringing turmoil to your relationship, which is him. Okay? So Cardi B got the game twisted. Like, she got the whole situation twisted, and she's a bird. It is what it is. This is a bird doing bird things at the end of the day. Cardi is just a bird. And it's like, I don't even really want to continue to talk about it, because at the end of the day, I mean, Cardi ain't filed nothing. Offset ain't filed nothing. Because if they had filed for divorce, if one of them had filed, we would know, because it would come out, just like Tiana Taylor. And this is why I say women shouldn't flex on their marriages. You shouldn't be flexing on the marriage. Tiana Taylor is a perfect example of a Black woman who was flexing on her marriage, acting like she had the exceptional marriage and that her man wasn't cheating on her. But then when them divorce papers get revealed, which is why she tried to hide them, because let's just be real, Tiana Taylor's children are not in danger by her celebrity. There has been nothing that came out to even mildly suggest that Tiana Taylor's children are somehow in danger by being public children. And if you thought that being tied to a celebrity mom and dad was gonna harm your children, then you should hide your children. Like, I don't believe in celebrities putting their children out there. I don't. If I have a child, y'all can best believe my child will be hidden. I'm not confirming it for anybody. I'm not telling you no names. I ain't posting no pictures. I'm not doing nothing like that. I don't feel like people should be making their children public figures just because they are. But I feel like for Tiana Taylor, if you really feel like your kids were going to be harmed, then you should have left them out of the limelight. It's not a requirement that Tiana Taylor shows her children or puts them all over social media. It's not a requirement for any celebrity. They choose to do that. What Tiana Taylor didn't want y'all to see, the reason why she filed under her initials and why she went and tried to get it sealed after that, which, by the way, I really don't think that divorce records should be public records. I really don't. So that's first is first. I don't think divorce records should be public. I think they should be private. If I had it my way, divorce, custody, child support, all of that involves your family and your personal business, I don't think the public is entitled to that information. So if it was up to me, all of that would be private. However, divorces are not private. It's not up to me. Divorces are public record. So Tiana Taylor filed under their initials, not to protect her children, to protect this lie that she was putting out. Because Tiana was running around talking about ease up off her bestie and he ain't cheating on her and they still the best of friends and co-parenting amicably. But then the divorce paper says something completely different. And this is why I talk about when Themis was doing his live stream, women being more likely to lie about the quality of their relationship. Cardi B was sitting up lying about hers. She's still sitting up lying about hers, trying to save face, trying to say, oh, this wasn't a situation that involved a woman. He wasn't cheating on me. Tiana Taylor did the same thing, lied to the public about the quality of her marriage because she was flexing on it. Meanwhile, she over here really trying to hide her divorce because she don't want y'all to see that what's really happening is the opposite of what she's telling y'all. This man was cheating on her. And not only was he cheating on her, he was talking down to her, terrorizing the house, doing the most. But she wanted to lie about her marriage. And this is when embarrassment comes in. You have to do all these stupid antics like what Cardi B and Tiana Taylor is doing when you want to lie and you don't want to be real. But then obviously Cardi B don't want to be real because she keep carving up her face. So and I'm pro-surgery. I am pro-surgery, okay? I'm pro-surgery. However, I do know that there's something wrong with somebody when they keep trying to change their face through surgery. So I can support surgery and then acknowledge that people exploit surgery out of their insecurities and low self-esteem at the same time. Now, if I was Cardi B, would I have changed my face? Yes. I mean, if I looked like a platypus and a squirrel had a kid, I would I would change my face too. So I don't fault Cardi B for changing her face, but the amount of times that she's doing it is indicating low self-esteem. The amount of times that she have allowed Offset to cheat is indicating low self-esteem. And then there was something else in the video too, like a text message shown where Cardi B was apparently begging Offset to have a kid with her, begging Offset to have a baby with her. Probably so she could try to one up the women that he cheating on her with. Oh no, that wasn't shade. That was directly. She does. She looks like a squirrel and a platypus had a baby. That's what she looks like. The product of, like, if there was like a crossbreeding between a squirrel and a platypus, it would probably have Cardi B's face. I never thought Cardi B was pretty, and she's not. And anybody she is now post-surgery, not on that Balenciaga walking though. When she walked for Balenciaga, absolutely not. It was given Edgar from Men in Black. It was given Edgar with his face stretched out, the roach demon. But in any event, Cardi B was never pretty, and she knew she was never pretty at all. Cardi B rolled on her light skin and her non-blackness. Even when she was talking about why she did good as a stripper in New York, she didn't attribute that to her looks. Cardi B only started calling herself a bad bitch every 5 seconds after she started carving up her face. And it's like, yeah, because you got the surgery necessary to turn yourself into a bad bitch. If the Kardashians can do it, hey, Cardi B can do it. Why can't Cardi B do it? The difference is Kim Kardashian was actually always pretty. I personally think. I think Kim Kardashian was always pretty. I think Kim Kardashian got too much surgery, but I do think Kim Kardashian started out pretty. Cardi B did not. That's the difference. Cardi B didn't start out pretty. Kim did. But I mean, if the Kardashians can do it, then why can't Cardi B? Why can't she turn herself into hey, look, be all that you can be. And if you need to get surgery to be all that you can be, then hey, like, kudos to you. Whatever works. But I think Cardi B already know what it is. I think Cardi B knows that if not Krishan Rock, he was cheating with someone, because he's never not been cheating. Yeah, I don't necessarily, I can't say whether Kim Kardashian is a natural beauty, because for the most part, we've always seen her with makeup on. I don't think Kim really gets in front of cameras and she don't have makeup on, but Kim Kardashian was pretty. You can look at videos and pictures of her when she was younger, and even when back in the day when she used to work for the Norwoods, Brandy and Ray J and they mama. Kim was pretty even then. So the thing is, Kim was still pretty. Cardi B was not. Yeah, Courtney does. Courtney hasn't touched her face. Courtney is one of the ones who looks the best too. I personally think Kim and Courtney were pretty much like the only two real pretty ones in there. The rest of them were, whatever. That's what the rest was. But I do think Courtney and Kim were the pretty ones. The rest of them, absolutely not. I actually like Courtney too. I like Courtney's personality. I like that Courtney stays true to herself. I think Courtney is probably the most authentic one of them. If Kourtney Kardashian had a bad attitude on that show, you gonna know she got a bad attitude, and she probably gonna tell you she had a bad attitude. The rest of them, they kind of act fake. They give fake vibes. Even Kylie, giving me fake vibes too, because she running around talking about she didn't get no surgery, and she like, why can't people own that they get surgery? Like, why are you ashamed to admit that you got surgery? I mean, you felt like, I don't think Kendall is pretty. I think Kendall is basic. I don't really think Kendall is that pretty. I think Kendall looks like a basic average white girl. That's what I think she looks like. A basic average white girl. I will say, when I was in London in the mall though, they had her face plastered in the middle things of when you walk through the mall, her modeling things, they had Kendall all over it in the mall in London when I went. But I don't think that Kendall is pretty. I think she's basic. I really just think she's basic, average. And that's me. I'm not saying she's ugly. I just don't think there's anything special or head turning about Kendall. I don't like, honestly, it would be easy for Kendall to get lost in any crowd. She doesn't have standout looks. Kendall doesn't have standout looks. To me, she's basic and average. And to me, the whole reason that she's in the modeling industry is based solely on her being a Kardashian. And ain't nobody go convince me otherwise. Like, people can say she won the genetic lottery. I don't see how. I just see a basic average white girl who will get lost in any crowd because there's nothing extraordinary, exceptional, or stand out about her. She's not a head turning beauty. She's not drop dead gorgeous. She's not an exotic beauty. She's basic with the last name of Kardashian. And actually her last name is Jenner. She ain't even a Kardashian, but she's still riding off the fame of the Kardashians because the Kardashian name now holds more weight than Bruce Jenner's name. Bruce Jenner's name doesn't hold as much weight as the Kardashians. And if it did, you would see Brody Jenner and all of those other Jenner kids out here just as popular as the Kardashians. But Jenner means absolutely nothing. She's riding off the Kardashian name. That's why she's in the modeling industry. And really, none of them would be relevant. Kim and Courtney would maybe have a chance of being relevant based on looks, but the rest of them wouldn't. If they didn't have the name and if they didn't suck black dick on camera, shout out to Kim. If they didn't do that, they will be irrelevant. That's what you see less and less of them. Like, notice how now that Kim Kardashian isn't attached to Kanye West, you really don't see a lot about her. You see Northwest, who she's grooming. You see that, but you don't really see. Yeah, but no, Bruce Jenner is the man. Like, what the hell? Like, why would I not call Bruce Jenner? Like, why would I not? I mean, it's Bruce Jenner. So it is what, if I type into Google Bruce Jenner, Google knows who Bruce Jenner is. Let me see. I bet you. Look, let me tell y'all. It ain't just me, because look, y'all about to see this. Look, Bruce Jenner, Google know who Bruce Jenner is, okay? Look, we not gonna play now. We are not gonna play. Google knows it's Bruce Jenner, okay? So until I put in Bruce Jenner kids, Bruce Jenner Olympics, Bruce Jenner movie and TV shows. So I'm not about to, until Google updates it and changes it from Bruce Jenner, I will continue to be referring to Bruce Jenner accordingly. That's really just a name. I'm not going to sit here and play these games with people. Like, I'm not going to play games with people. It's Bruce Jenner at the end of the day. But I want to talk about Jasmine Brown. I wasn't initially going to talk about Jasmine Brown. I didn't really see that there was too much to talk about in reference to Jasmine Brown, but somebody emailed me and asked me if I could talk about this Jasmine Brown situation. Let me look at my email really quickly because I don't know why this person wanted me to talk about. I don't know why they wanted me to talk about Jasmine Brown, but let me see, because somebody sent me something on Jasmine Brown or Jazzy Brown or something like that. Let me see if it's Jazzy. Cam Newton and Jazzy. Somebody. Is this it? No, this is old. Yeah, this is 2 years old. In any event, somebody, it was on Patreon or something. Somebody specifically emailed me and asked me if I would talk about Jazzy Brown because of the situation that she's in with Cam Newton. We already know she had went viral a while back when she first started dating Cam Newton, because there was an old video where she was talking about pick me women who sit up and talk and basically oversell submission and cooperation, only for Jazzy Brown to then link up with Cam Newton, who did a podcast talking about how he wants a submissive woman, although he has no authority. But nonetheless, that video went viral. Jazzy Brown connected herself to Cam Newton and started dating him. Then she got in the podcast and basically became the woman she was condemning. That's what people have an issue with. She was becoming the woman that she condemned. Oh, Janiva said I requested it because she was trying to flex because she is with them. I DM'd you. Okay, thank you so much for making that known. So listen. Y'all already know how I feel about marriage, so me condemning her for having a baby outside of marriage ain't gonna happen. Most kids are born outside of marriage. Most people are born outside of marriage. If people were waiting till marriage to have children, you would see a very different population size globally. Globally, you would see way less humans, not just in this country, but on this planet. You would see way less humans if people were actually waiting till marriage. Do you know how severe of a declined birth rate it would be if people were actually waiting till marriage to have children? And then I don't know why you will wait till marriage anyway. Even if you have children within the marriage, it's going to end within 6 years and you still go end up back at square one, except now you have a child. So I'm not going to condemn Jasmine Brown because she decided to have a child with what's his name. And I didn't even see Themis talk about Jasmine Brown. Themis, which video did you talk about Jasmine Brown in? Because I must have missed that one. I wanna watch that one where they said you dragged her real good. Yeah, but my commentary isn't gonna have anything to do with marriage because I don't care about marriage. I'm not a Christian. I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody having a child outside of wedlock. I don't think it causes problems. I don't think it's like contributing or promoting baby mama culture. I don't think it's reinforcing single motherhood. I don't think any of those things. So if y'all are looking for me to say any of that, it ain't, I'm not gonna say that. I don't care who she had the child with, and I don't think people need, I don't look at it as a moral issue if a person chooses to have a child outside of wedlock. I don't look at that as a moral issue at all, just not at all. But there is issues when you sit up and condemn women and then you're in the same place, and rather than you acknowledging that, hey, any relationship dynamic can cause you to grow and change your position, when you get up and do stuff like this, this is where I think the problem is for most people. So let me find my video, because she did 2 video responses because she was getting dragged for being Cam Newton's 3rd baby mama, I believe it is.
So I can say I really
Hold on, let me play this because I have another video. This is not just the only video that I have. Okay, here's the one. She was at a comedy show and she decided to respond in comedy to people's criticisms. Mind you, I don't really find this funny. I don't find her funny. But I do want to get into this though, because she said 3rd time's a charm.
6th child. Someone said, "Ooh, like couldn't have been me." All right, so we're put that pressure on you. She'll never read it. Oh, you better than me, I am. Because he was talking back at a couple of people, he was talking back at a couple of people in the comments too, which was great. I was like, yeah, man, you know, can't nobody read your font, but. I'm the third one, and it's a sixth child. Someone said, ooh, like, couldn't have been me. All right, so we're put that pressure on you.
So here's the thing. I think that if initially when Jazzy Brown linked up with Cam Newton when she first started dating him, you said it's muddled. Let me see something because nobody else is saying it's muddled. So you may need to may need to Opario, you may need to refresh because nobody is saying anything about the audio but you. Oh, you said the audio is trash. Let me see something. Let me look and see something. I might need to change this really quickly. Yeah, no, the audio shouldn't. In any event, oh, you said you couldn't hear anything? Okay, let me not share the screen. Let me just play it without sharing the screen. And y'all let me go over to the live stream and let me listen to the playback really quickly.
Great. I was like, yeah, man, you know, can't nobody read your font, but.
Oh, okay, I see what y'all mean. Okay, let me try to play it now that it's not. Let me try to play it now that it's not on here, and then y'all can tell me if you can hear it.
Oh no, I'm the third one, and it's a sixth child. Someone said, ooh, like, couldn't have been me. All right, so we're put that pressure on you.
Okay, let me see, because y'all said. Anyway, well, y'all said y'all have already watched it, so we'll skip it. Yeah, because it's just being weird, and I don't have time. I don't really have time to play around with it. Well, actually, let me see if I put my other microphone on. Maybe I can switch it to my other microphone, and it may work differently. Let me see. But I thought we was avoiding all this, but clearly we weren't. I thought wrong. My thing on here? Jeez. What are we doing? I don't know. There we go. All right. Let me see something really quick for me. All right. Let me see if I play it now. Because I have another one that I have to play for y'all. I'll play for her response to that. And y'all let me know how it's sounding. I need to know immediately if the audio is garbled though. Okay. All right, let me try to play it. This is her other one.
I really appreciate the people checking on me and being like, oh my gosh, Jazz, your video's going viral. You know, the haters, all the negativity, like, you know, God is in control and all this stuff. I'm thinking like, what are you talking about? Did I read into that? What I'm doing? It's like, I don't know what y'all do. You know what I'm doing? I just had dinner with my man and my bonus children. A meal that I cooked. Looked around, seeing everybody eating up all the shit that I made with love. You know what else I'm doing? I'm to go get ice cream with my and my bonus children. You think I give a fuck about what she's saying about me and how I live my life? I don't. I'm happy. Y'all can have that. Yes, I see I'm going viral. Yes, I see that video is going everywhere. And I said what I said. However, what you think I'm doing? Oh, and later after I eat ice cream, I'm gonna scratch my back to sleep. Period.
Y'all don't know. Third one, and it's a sixth child. Someone said, ooh, that could have been me. All right, so let's put that pressure on it.
Yeah, like for real.
Shouldn't have been real. People started back at the public in the comments too, which was great. I was like, yeah, man, get up, can't nobody read your font, but.
Okay. Here's
They
the
always want you to.
hold on. Here's the issue that I have with this.
So I.
Let's be honest. No woman brags or think it's a bragging right to be like the third, fourth, whatever woman that a man had kids with. Nobody is bragging about that. Nobody really thinks that's cute. Nobody really thinks that's a good position to be in. Will they be will some women decide to be in those situations? Yes. For whatever reason, whatever exception they made, whether they lowered some standards, whether they thought a dude was going to change or not. Even if you end up being in that situation as a woman, you're not going to brag about it. So Jazzy Brown sitting up here making these jokes and bragging and acting like she's one-upping other women because she with Cam Newton. You can miss me with all that. She can miss me with all of that. She does not feel like she can take pride in being the third woman that he's having 6 children by. Okay? Because it says something about a man who will be with women, create children with women, but then not really commit to them. And when I say commit, I don't mean by way of marriage. I mean, if Cam Newton keeps having these women that he's having children with, but he's not having relationship longevity with them, there is a problem there. It's an indication that at the very least, he has a commitment issue. He doesn't want to deal with his responsibilities, but he will go out and create more though. So that's not a position to be bragging about for any woman. It's just not a position to be bragging about. But I think for Earth sign, you said it's gross. And for women who think it's gross, then don't deal with men who have multiple children with multiple women. And I think the problem here is that Jazzy is responding to some women in the comment section who is saying, oh, it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. She could have even kept the part about, well, you saying that because you don't have a rich nigga putting pressure on you. Rich black men are not the only black men who have multiple children by multiple women. So the reality of it is Black women will, of all socioeconomic statuses, they will be with a Black man who has multiple children by multiple women, and they will have children with them. And we need to start being honest about this. There is a reason why you can have a Black man, any Black man, who may have X amount of children with X amount of women. And we know there's many of them in the community who do. Some of them who have X amount of children by X amount of non-Black women. So we're not going to sit here and act like Black women won't be with a Black man who has multiple children by multiple women. Yes, you will. And you will procreate with them too. And I think if Black women really want to shun it, if Black women really want to show that it's a problem for a man to have multiple children by multiple women, then you should just stop getting with men who have multiple children by multiple women. Those men should be off limits. Those men should not be options. They should not, but they are. And I think it's disingenuous for Black women to run around and act like they wouldn't be in Jazzy Brown's position. Yes, you would. Any of them would. And we know that because you got low tier bandits who work at the Burger King up the street who got multiple children by multiple women, can't afford to do anything. But is that a position that Jazzy should be sitting up bragging about? No. It says something about her. She the woman who had no children. So at the very least, she either didn't have any standards or she lacks her standards or she settled because the man has money. Mind you, money that she don't even have no access to. That's the problem that I have. Because you sitting up here
talking about you would essentially the next woman will be in a position that she's in if the man was rich. But is Cam Newton's wealth benefiting Jazzy? It doesn't sound like it, because she over here at least 6 months pregnant talking about how she just cooked a meal. So you with this rich nigga, you taking on his bonus children. He ain't taking on none of yours because you came in with a clean slate. You're taking on his bonus children, but you still standing barefoot and pregnant cooking when this man can afford to hire chefs. So all it sounds like you came up on, Jazzy Brown, all it sounds like you came up on is some bonus children and a heavier workload. So I don't see how she's bragging about this. And what I noticed is that even when Jasmine Brown announced that she was with Cam Newton and went on that interview, if I could find it, I will let y'all hear it. When she went and did the interview on submission, talking about why she's with Cam Newton and what she's getting in exchange for it, she didn't even put out a monetary amount. I don't even think Jazzy Brown is getting an allowance from this man. So you're sitting here acting like this is a position that you should be in, but yet you still cooking and cleaning while you're pregnant. He ain't lightening that load for you. You raising his children, calling them your bonus children, and we still ain't heard what you getting in return. Is the title of Cam Newton's third baby mama, is that monetizable? I don't think that's a monetizable position. I don't think Jazzy Brown can monetize the fact that she's Cam Newton's third baby mama. Now, could she get some nice child support out of it? Yes, if he actually has, because I think she said he had a net worth of $100 million or something. It's 75 million. It says his net worth is 75 million. He earned most of his net worth through NFL salaries and endorsement earnings. So for a man who has a net worth of 75 million, that does not mean he can go to the bank and withdraw or access 75 million. But for a man who has a net worth of 75 million, you know he can afford for Jazzy Brown to not be in there cooking while she's pregnant. You know that he can afford for Jazzy Brown to not be doing comedy shows while she's pregnant. You know that he can afford to lighten the load and make things easier on Jazzy Brown, but it don't look like he's doing that. So my issue with this is, how is she benefiting? Exactly. Steven said cooking and cleaning while pregnant for a millionaire is wild. Exactly. And that's why I'm saying she thought this was a flex, but it's not a flex. And quite frankly, I think she knows it's not a flex, just like Cardi B, she's trying to save face. Because at the end of the day, she did criticize women who were selling submission, only for her to then go out and justify being with this man who's trying to take a car from his baby's mama. Mind you, Cam Newton is trying to take a car that he don't need, probably don't want, and only is trying to be vindictive, but he's trying to take this car from the baby mama. Why is Jazzy Brown not looking at that as a problem and a red flag? Because when you think that you're going to get treated differently, granted, these men will tell you they're going to treat you different. Let's not act like that. Let's not act like a man won't tell you that you're different and that they will treat you different, because they will. So if Jazzy Brown thinks that she's different than his other baby mamas, then I can 100% believe that it's because he told her that. I can believe that it's because he told her that she was different. However, what are you going to do, Jazzy Brown, when you find yourself in the same situation? Because I don't see Cam Newton I don't see Cam Newton settling down with her. I want to see where Cam Newton is telling people not to attack her. I want to see Cam Newton come out and talk about how much he values her, because all I see now is a pregnant woman popping off in comedy shows and on the internet because she's being dragged, because she set herself up to be dragged, because she turned into the very woman that she was condemning. And I want y'all to understand something. If Cam Newton was actually giving her an allowance, if Cam Newton was doing something extraordinary for her or exceptional for her, don't you think she would be coming out using it as a flex? Wouldn't she be out here saying, well, you would if he was giving you X amount of dollars per month. You would if he had you sitting up in a penthouse somewhere. You would if he bought you this car or whatever. She ain't saying none of that. So he's not taking care of her. He ain't taking care of her. We know he's not taking care of her. She in here talking about they eating a meal that she cooked while she's at least 6 months pregnant. I don't know how far along she is. She looked to be at least 6 months pregnant. But it's like, what are you really bragging on? What are you, well, where is the flex? That's what I'm trying to figure out what the flex is. What's the flex? What is she getting out of the situation other than some bonus kids and an increased workload while she's pregnant? But as far as marriage, no, marriage wouldn't change Jazzy Brown's circumstance. It just marriage wouldn't change it. Because if you think that even if Cam Newton did get married, he ain't gonna get married with a prenup where she's agreeing to get absolutely nothing except hopefully some child support, then you sadly mistaken. And this is why I say Black women need a mental software update, because I was on a post that had to do with marriage, and there was this Black woman talking about, well, marriage gives women financial protections or security or something. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Marriage doesn't give financial security or protection to women at all. I don't know where you will be getting that from. I don't know where a woman will be getting it from, that marriage now gives women, from who? Because the man can protect his assets from his wife and through a prenup, and they do. So if you can't even access his wealth because of a prenuptial agreement, then how is it that you think that marriage is providing to wives financial protection? From who? The state, the government? Because surely not the man that you married once you sign that prenup. And with a Black man, since the one thing Black men don't want to do is be providers, you can best believe he ain't about to put no provision in that prenup. You better get you a Jeannie Mai prenup and make it where if he even look at or talk to another woman, it's considered cheating, so you can have some access that way. But you see, even Jeezy made Jeannie Mai, they don't even want to get a preferences no money, which Jazzy Brown is a preference too, by the way. I want y'all to know that too. Biracial looking woman, light skin, straight hair, or whatever they like to sit here and congratulate, proximity to whiteness and obvious proximity to whiteness to some degree. So she's a preference, but she's getting nothing out of this situation except for some bonus kids and being in proximity to Cam Newton and a heavier workload. That's all she's getting out of it. And I think that if she was requiring more, she could quite possibly get more. But now that she's pregnant, she ain't gonna get nothing out of them. I can guarantee you that. Because if it's one thing that I know is one thing is Black men, and they will switch up. I don't care what they promise you. Whatever they promise you prior to you being pregnant by them, they ain't gonna come through with it. And once you get pregnant, they ain't gonna come through with it, because now they feel like they already trapped you. You ain't going nowhere. Whatever they want to get out of you, they feel like they go get it out anyway, because now they your baby daddy. You said, Jasmine, you thought she was a light-skinned Black woman. I mean, light skin is preferential, is it not? Is light skin not a preference? And you have to understand what light skin is associated with. Light skin in the eyes of Black men, and this has been concluded in multiple studies, to Black men, light skin equates white proximity and a separation from Blackness. That is what they equate it as. So it doesn't matter if she's a light-skinned Black woman. I guarantee you they go think she's mixed. I guarantee you they think that she's something other than Black. I guarantee you they think she mixed with something other than Black. I guarantee you Cam Newton likely wouldn't be procreating with her if she wasn't a light-skinned Black woman. Let me see what his other baby mama looked like, because I think he got a type. Ain't her name Kia Proctor? Yeah, I think that's her name. Let me see her. Yeah, his other baby mama is a light-skinned woman too. So Cam Newton has a type. Like I said, if Jazzy Brown aesthetically did not look the way she does, he probably would not have even impregnated her. He probably wouldn't have. Because I'm looking at his other kid's mom, light eyes, lighter skin too. So it's like, she is a preference. Even if she's a light-skinned Black woman, that doesn't matter. She's still a preference. It's white proximity. It's the association between light skin and and degrees of separation to Blackness. But at the end of the day, Jazzy Brown ain't getting nothing out of this. She ain't. But I do think that women, especially Black women, need to change the game, because bandits don't care about talking negatively about women who have multiple baby daddies. So why do these bandits who have multiple baby mamas, why do they still have access to women who have no children? And that's something that we should do. But Jazzy Brown ain't gonna come out and say, I lowered my standards and made an exception because this is a rich nigga. Even though he ain't giving me no money, he's still rich. Even though he ain't giving me no money, if I file for child support, he gonna have to slide me something. This is why I think having a child with somebody is actually more lucrative than marrying them, because you can do a prenuptial agreement. Hold on for a second, you guys. I have to take this call. Hold on really quickly. Sorry, y'all. I gotta go see the eye doctor tomorrow. So they were like confirming my eye doctor's appointment. So no, I don't think Courtney is basic. I don't think Courtney is basic. No, I think her look is, I think Courtney Kardashian has more of an exotic look than Kendall do. I'll just say that. I think she's less basic than Kendall. She's less basic than Kendall. But at the end of the day, I think that if Black women, which first of all, let me say this and let me be very clear. And I'm not trying to be offensive to any woman who's has multiple baby daddies and all of them left them a single mom. Let me be very clear when I say I'm not trying to insult anyone or offend anyone, but I don't understand how you could be in that circumstance. I don't understand how a woman becomes 2, 3, 4, and 5 baby mama to 2, 3, 4, and 5 different baby daddies. I don't get that. Because a man is only gonna leave me a single mother with 1 kid before I don't have no kids with no other man. So I'm like, y'all know that now. Listen, would only take me 1 time. I've seen how it is. I've seen it with my mother with multiple children. I've seen it with siblings, not necessarily with multiple children, because my brothers are mainly the ones who got multiple children. So my sisters don't. I think only one of my sisters have multiple children. Both my brothers do. But or both my brothers did. Obviously, I already told y'all the oldest one passed. He had the most kids by the most women of no color, but my younger brother has multiple children too. But I don't understand how a woman becomes a single mother to multiple different men. I don't. To me, that says you're not learning. You're not learning at that point. Because I've seen single motherhood and how difficult it is. And I don't even think you have to be a single mother to understand that it's an unfavorable position to be in. It's a burden. Multiple men ain't gonna get the opportunity to burden me with single motherhood. It will literally be a one-off. If that's my circumstances, it will be a one-off. You can best believe Sin ain't gonna be here with multiple baby daddies. She will learn the first time. So my uterus is just not gonna be open. I don't understand women who have. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm not trying to condemn anything, but if it were me, I would have to take a deep look at myself and figure out what was deeply lacking for me to allow myself to be a baby mama to not one man, but multiple men. No, it's just not gonna happen. like I genuinely, in that regard, we got to do better. In that regard, that's when single motherhood becomes a choice. Single mother, exactly. Miss Theory, I think we on the same brain wavelength at this point. When you said it's by choice, and I'm thinking at this point, it becomes a choice, we're on the same wavelength. It is a choice. If you're the first time, no. First time, that's not a choice. Somebody inflicted that on you. Second, third, and every subsequent time after that, okay, you making choices and you need to make better ones. So yeah, go tell the women who got multiple baby daddies and they single mothers and they ain't getting child support from none of their baby daddies, like that chick in the video we saw who said she had like 6 baby daddies and child support was looking for all of them. Ma'am, like do better, okay? Because your womb should not be open to every man who wants access to it. Why is your womb a free-for-all for any man? Like, my womb is not a dumping ground for just whatever man wants to come dump off in my womb. Ain't no way. So at some point, it does become a choice. And the reason why I'm so big on accountability and saying, you know, as women, we need to be more accountable, because I've learned that if you don't be accountable for what you are doing, you will continue to do it. Bad decisions continue to happen when someone does not take accountability for choices that they are making. Being a single mother to multiple different men is a choice. Ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise, because you should have learned. You're not learning. Why are you a man already showed you that he will impregnate you and abandon you? There should be no more children after that. I don't care if I'm married or not. Even in the confines of a marriage, you ain't getting me to open my womb if somebody done left me a single mother. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna re-traumatize myself over and over and over and then act like there's 6 men over here that's my baby daddy and the common denominator ain't me. No. The common denominator is me. If I got 6 baby daddy, ain't none of them playing, I'm the problem. Understand that I'm the problem at that point. Understand that I'm making a choice at that point. And I think as Black women, if we are in that situation, we need to be woman enough to take accountability and say, well, look, I've made some poor choices. And now I'm dealing with the consequences of said poor choices, but I was making poor choices nonetheless. Earthsign said, that's my sister, 7 kids to 3 deadbeat baby daddies, trying to have an 8th. I'm gonna plead the 5th on that because I ain't about to disrespect nobody's family member. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let that rock. Earthsign, I'm not even gonna hold you, Earthsign. I'm gonna go ahead and let me just adjust. I don't get it. I don't get it. Child, listen. Hold on for a second, y'all. I gotta try to not choke on my water, but I really gotta turn off my heater. It's getting too hot. So give me a second. Yeah, but like, absolutely not. This ain't no baby factory where you just pop out babies and then induct them into the Hall of Poverty. The Poverty Hall of Fame. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not about to be nobody's baby factory. I'm not about to induct my children into the Poverty Hall of Fame, because if you got multiple deadbeat baby daddies and you got multiple kids, you probably living in poverty. Let's just be real. If you're a single mother with multiple children, 9.5 times out of 10, you are in poverty. We grew up in poverty because my mom had multiple children, not by multiple men, but one man who had already shown that he wasn't responsible enough to be having all these children. Soy milk, you would think childbirth didn't hurt by the way women are so willing to just pop out these babies. Ain't nobody doing that to me. I'm sorry, but I know. Womb closed, eggs scrambled. I ain't got time. Anyway, so y'all, I just want to do a brief update on Diddy, and then I'm gonna move into Jonathan Majors, because TMZ posted 2 different articles on the Jonathan Majors trial. Meagn Good is out here looking like a pretty dummy, and I don't like it because she's so pretty, but she's acting like a bird. And I don't like pretty women who have bird antics. That does not include Cardi B. When I say pretty women, I want y'all to understand that. But here, let me tell y'all something about Diddy and about the people who. Oh, let me get my charger. Let me turn off my camera and get my charger while I talk. This is the thing about Diddy that's escaping a lot of people. It didn't escape Themis because Themis is the one who put this out there initially about the discovery and what would come out during lawsuits and stuff like that. That's why I love Themis's channel, because with him being an attorney, I learned so much about just like legal things and language of law and things of that sort. So I learned a ton by listening to his channel, just based off, his educational path, his career, what he's doing now. So to me, it's a benefit. And I really think a lot of Black people need to be over there listening, not to the lead attorney, not to Dennis Sperling, because they're two idiots. Dennis Sperling didn't even know the requirements for defamation of character while he was running around talking about he go sue people for slander and defamation of character. It's like, stay in your personal injury lane, like for real. It's like, stay in your personal injury lane and stop trying to go into lanes that you don't belong in. Because if you don't know the requirements for defamation and slander, then like stay in your lane with personal injury. Okay, that's what he needs to do. But I learned a lot. And when Themis said that when Diddy did this settlement in less than 24 hours, which after this, I'm going to look up which was the quickest lawsuit settlement in history, because I'm thinking Diddy might be taking that position. But when Themis said that he is concerned about what would come out in the discovery, I think that very much rings true. Okay? Because here's the thing, for Diddy to be coming out and putting out statements to his innocence, for the Black community to be talking about how innocent he is, then it raises the question, if Diddy is so innocent, why is he not counter suing his accusers? Why? Why, if Diddy is so innocent, if Diddy didn't do anything and this is an innocent man and this is just a huge money grab and all of these people are looking at him as this big piggy bank, which I'm sure obviously money has to do with it. Obviously, you're more likely to file a lawsuit against a billionaire than a broke man. So like, let's be real there. Money is part of the motivation here. But if I'm thinking about innocence and guilt, to me, I'm going to say if Diddy is innocent, if he truly has not done something, if these people are truly out here trying to drag his name through the mud, slander him, defame him, I think in one of the statements, they actually use slander. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think in one of their statements, they actually use the word slander, which is a legal term. If you're innocent, where are the counter lawsuits? That's just what I want to know. That's just what I want to know, because reputation is shot. You just lost 18 brands, okay? This is not a little bit. This is 18 brands have confirmed to Rolling Stones that they have severed ties with the online marketplace for Black-owned businesses after R&B singer Cassie Ventura and 3 other women accused the producer turned entrepreneur of sexual assault and physical violence. If there was anybody who should be filing a lawsuit based on slander and defamation, if they are truly innocent, it should be Diddy. It should be Diddy. So I want to know, where's Diddy's lawsuits? If all of these are false, if all these people lying, because you taking a whole lot of L's, Diddy. You taking a whole lot of L's. A whole lot of L's. For you to be innocent and not be countersuing nobody. But then if you're worried about something coming out, so even if he innocent of this, he guilty of something. Even if he's innocent and Cassie is lying, even if every single person is lying, he's guilty of something. There's something he don't want to get out. Because if not, you would be suing these people. You would have to sue these people. Because the only way you would be able to the only way Diddy would even have a possibility of recovering his image at this point is to sue all of his accusers, Cassie included. Exactly. D2C said, especially since 18 companies pulled out sponsorship and partnership with, that's what I'm saying, astronomical losses. Not just losses to his business and his money, but again, like I said in my video, aside from being known to be a serial killer, what's more damaging to your image than you being a sex trafficker and a rapist? So Diddy can sit up here and put out as many statements as he wants to about his innocence. I want to know, then why aren't you making these people pay? Because they're destroying everything you worked for. They are destroying everything he worked for. And if it's me and I'm truly innocent, you think I'm about to let some people destroy everything I worked for when I'm a billionaire? Diddy is a billionaire, or he was listed as one. I don't know if he's still one now, but Diddy was listed as a billionaire, right along with Jay-Z. So if you think if I'm a billionaire and people are accusing me of being a sex trafficker, drugging women, raping them, you don't think that I'm about to file some lawsuits, and Diddy ain't filed one lawsuit? Diddy on the receiving end of the lawsuits. He ain't filed one yet. So I want to know why this innocent man is not taking action against his accusers. I don't get it. If he's innocent. It says the decision was made on the day that the decision was made on the day that Cassie filed her lawsuit. Annette Jew, founder of luxury bag, eyewear, and apparel company House of Takura, tells Rolling Stones, "We take the allegation against Mr. Combs very seriously and find such behavior abhorrent and intolerable. We believe in victims' right and support victims in speaking their truth, even against the most powerful of people." Diddy can sit up and profess his innocence as much as he want to. He go keep losing. And as far as I'm concerned, if you ain't filing no counter lawsuits on the like what would he be waiting for? What would Diddy be waiting for? Like, if we can, let's just entertain people who may say, okay, well, maybe he's just waiting. He don't want to file a lawsuit now or whatever. You filing a lawsuit can't be more damaging than what you got going on right now. So where the lawsuit at? I just want to know where it's at. Exactly. Kelly 888 said, if I was innocent, I would spend every dollar I had to fight back. Exactly. I would too. If I'm innocent, you're not about to come out and call me sex traffickers and rapists if I'm innocent and I ain't done that. You ain't about to do that. And I'm a bit. Diddy can afford the best attorneys that ever existed. Diddy can't afford any. There is no attorney on this planet that Diddy can't afford to hire. So why ain't he hiring? Why ain't he suing nobody then? Eva Newton said, I think that Jamie Foxx countersued. And that, to me, then I would be more likely to believe that Jamie Foxx is innocent than Diddy. Joyelle said Diddy had a lot to fight for, so he just lost all of these deals for nothing. Sure, exactly. Leave it to the black community. They just trying to destroy a black man who had the net worth of $1 billion. A black man who has the financial resources to hire any. There is no attorney that's too expensive for Diddy to afford. I don't think it is. Now, let me look up what was the fastest lawsuit settlement. Settlement in history. Let me see what the fastest lawsuit settlement. Because Cassie's came up. What is the shortest amount of time that for a lawsuit? Some settle within 3 months, while others can take several years. In some cases, a settlement. So, 24 hours. I think Diddy might be taking this. I'm not finding anything. Let me do something more specific. How many lawsuits were settled within 24 hours of a filing? Okay, let me see. Let me see if that come out, because that's very specific. How many lawsuits were settled within 24 hours of filing? So let's see. I'm not. I mean, it says less than 3% of civil cases reach a trial verdict, so around 97% of cases are resolved out of court. But I'm not seeing nothing where anybody settled within 24 hours. I'm just like, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm trying to look. Let me see how many lawsuits have been. Let me do more specific. How many lawsuits have been settled within 24 hours of a filing? Because I don't think it happened. I don't think y'all, I can't find the shortest time that I'm finding is 3 months. The shortest time that I'm finding is 3 months. See, because even here it says in cases that involve serious injuries or are not settled and instead go to trial, it often takes 2 to 5 years. So I'm not. Diddy might be the first, y'all. Diddy, I'm sure if I dug deeper, I don't know. I don't know if Themis, I don't know, are you able to, because you have more resources. So I don't know if you're able to find out what the quickest lawsuit settlement was, but I really think Diddy. I don't think people don't settle lawsuits. People don't settle lawsuits except not $30 million lawsuits within 24 hours of a filing. Like, this is unheard of. I mean, at least give it a week. Like, he could have at least given Cassie a week. At least make her sweat for a week. But you settled in 24 hours, and ain't no way I'm believing. You're not innocent. You're not. You're not innocent, and it just is what it is. You can proclaim your innocence as much as you want to. It really just is what it is. Moving right along to Jonathan Majors. Look. So something obviously got updated because this TMZ, yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It got updated. It got updated yesterday. It says updated yesterday, 12/11 at 1:43 p.m. So it says a big update. Let me share the screen with y'all with this Jonathan Majors trial. Big update from the Jonathan Majors assault trial. The driver of the SUV in which Majors and Grace Jabari were fighting took the stand and testified he thought that she hit the movie star. How? If you was driving a car, though. Like, that's what I don't get. She hit the movie with what car? You was driving the car. The average, Themis said the average settlement takes 12 to 14 months. While this was not the fastest, it was definitely up there. Oh, what was the fastest one? What was the fastest settlement? I don't even know where I would look, but 24 hours is crazy. The fastest settlement was 5.2 months. No. Oh, you're saying the 12 to 14 month would have is up there. Personal injury takes up a lot of those. Yeah, I was just thinking for any lawsuit type. I was just thinking for any lawsuit type. Like, I've just never heard of a lawsuit settling within 24 hours. Like, I've never heard of that. But somebody said the fastest settlement was 5.2 months. So 24 hours is clearly unheard of. So it says Jonathan is accused of roughing up Grace in the back of their ride while trying to get his phone back after she believed she had caught him texting another woman. But the driver's testimony paints Grace as the aggressor, not the other way around. Taking the stand Monday and speaking through an interpreter, the driver testified he kept his eyes on the road as Jonathan and Grace fought in the back of the Escalade back in March. Any attorney would squash this dude. It's like you didn't even see anything then. Telling the jury he had a feeling the girl. Did you really take the stand and say you had a feeling that the girl had hit the boy because of the way that she was fighting and that sounds produced? Or maybe she was like defending herself? You said you settled cases in a week. Yeah, but 24 hours. Like, I mean, a week is reasonable. Like, a week is reasonable. 24 hours to me is a big red bold letters. I'm guilty. So, look, I don't think this driver's testimony is going to have any, like, you had a feeling. So you didn't see anything because you kept your eyes on the road, but then you had a feeling that she hit him based on how she was fighting, even though you didn't see her because you kept your eyes on the road, and you would have to, because if you look back there, then you're risking crashing the car. So you didn't really see them, but you're basing her fighting on sounds because of the way that she was fighting and the sounds produced. The driver also testified Grace demanded to see Jonathan's phone, saying the girl became very angry. The driver also said he was not doing anything, she was doing it, and that Jonathan was trying to get rid of Grace. But you didn't see, though. So how would you know? It's an interesting twist in the trial let me read this over, though. Oh, you said every attorney I know said this means he is guilty, though we shouldn't say it. Yeah, I mean, it's Stevie Wonder. I mean, really, you don't even have to have two working eyes. All you need is two ears to hear that this man settled this lawsuit in 24 hours, and that screams guilt. Okay, so let me try to read this over because I don't see this as a twist in the case because I don't see this as having any weight. It says, big update from the Jonathan Majors assault trial. The driver of the SUV in which Majors and Grace Jabari were fighting took the stand and testified he thought she hit the movie star. So he ain't even sure. This is thoughts and feelings that they're going by. Jonathan is accused of roughing up Grace in the back of their ride while trying to get his phone back after she believed she had caught him texting another woman. But the driver's testimony paints Grace as an aggressor, not the other way around. If I'm on the jury, I don't care about your thoughts and feelings. I want to know you either saw what was happening or you didn't. And then you're going to have to explain to me how you saw what was going on. When you're facing forward, you claim you kept your eyes on the road. How do you know who was this wouldn't even be relevant to me. If I'm on the jury, this is not relevant. You didn't see it. You're going off of what you thought you heard and your feelings. So therefore, if I'm on the jury, I'm reverting to Jonathan Majors is guilty because you ain't provided me with nothing to suggest otherwise. Taking the stand Monday and speaking through an interpreter. So even based on the sounds, he doesn't even speak the language. So you don't know what sounds you thought you heard because you don't even speak the language. You need an interpreter, sir. You need an interpreter. So if you need an interpreter, how can we trust the sounds that you thought you heard? And he's not even telling what sounds he heard that was substantiated. You can't say that she was fighting because you said you didn't see anything. Look, it says, taking the stand Monday and speaking through an interpreter, the driver testified he kept his eyes on the road. So unless you have eyes in the back of your head, how did you see anything? Because you had your eyes on the road. He kept his eyes on the road as Jonathan and Grace fought in the back of his Escalade back in March, telling the jury he had a feeling the girl hit the boy because of the way she was fighting and the sounds produced. What sounds? The driver also testified Grace demanded to see Jonathan's phone, but this is a man who needs an interpreter to speak. So if you need an interpreter to speak the language, you probably don't understand it very well either. So how can you say that Grace demanded to see Jonathan's phone and you sitting up in this court needing an interpreter? Like, girl, bye. Saying the girl became very angry. The driver also said he was not doing anything. She was doing it, and that Jonathan was trying to get rid of Grace. This is a man who said he kept his eyes on. I'm not even an attorney, and I would destroy this dude on cross. I'm not even an attorney. And I would destroy this man on cross-examination. I would be able to examine him to where the jury would believe a thing he said. It's an interesting twist in the trial. Last week, text messages between Jonathan and Grace were read aloud in court, including a September 2020 exchange where they seemingly referred to some sort of altercation in London. Whose idea was it to put this driver on the stand? Like, I want to know whose idea was this? It's like, sir, you don't even, like, just based on the language barrier, the prosecution who cross-examined this driver could rip him apart. Like, he could rip this, like, if I'm the prosecution and you put somebody on the stand like this, if I'm in prosecution, I'm about to embarrass you. I'm going to embarrass you, and I'm going to embarrass your little language barrier having witness. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I would be like. I would be like, I'm about to destroy you and your little janky ass witness since you want to put him on the stand. I would be like, watch this. Because now y'all gonna get a performance since you wanted to put this man on here and he don't even speak English. He's sitting up here talking about what he thought and what he felt. Absolutely not. I would have fun with this. If I was the prosecutor, I would have the most amount of fun that I ever had destroying this witness. I really would. It's like you brought your ass into this courtroom to talk about what you thought you heard and you don't even speak this language. How do you know that she aggressive and you don't even speak the language? You had your eyes up there. The only thing you can testify to is what you saw in front of you. You ain't testifying to nothing that you saw behind you, though. Absolutely not. You don't know who was trying to get rid of who because you had your eyes on the road as you should. And what you can't do is have your eyes on the road and in the back of the car at the same time. This dude would get destroyed. He really would. So it says Jonathan Majors. There's another report that came out. To me, this ain't looking good for Jonathan Majors, but whatever. I guess he's still innocent. This is why I suspect this is why the defense did not release anything from this driver. Because remember, do y'all remember earlier in how his attorney was saying, well, there was video footage and getting the driver and that the driver could testify to his to this dude's innocence? If this is the driver that you was talking about, whatever you thought was landing didn't land. This just didn't land. To me, it didn't. But maybe, I don't know, maybe to somebody on the jury it did land. If I was on this jury, I'll be like, girl, bye, get this out of my face. This is insulting. It's insulting. You're putting a man who literally just told you that he didn't see anything when he said his eyes was on the road. He already told you then that he didn't even see anything. Why am I talking to him? All I would do is go up there and say, sir, Can you reiterate to me where you kept your eyes during this whole time? Oh yeah, on the road. Okay, nothing further. Can y'all get him out of here? Because he said he didn't see nothing. So why am I talking to him? I'm not gonna talk to somebody who didn't see nothing. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about what you thought you heard. You have a language barrier. You don't speak the language. You need an interpreter here. If you can't speak it, you don't understand it. Get out my face, please. Moving right along. Jonathan Majors called 911 for Jabari as possible OD suicide, the cops say. Jonathan Majors called 911 on behalf of his accuser, Grace Jabari. Like, what do you do with this driver's statement? What is the jury supposed to do with this driver's statement? And I don't know, I'm just asking. What is the jury supposed to do with this statement from a man who don't speak the language, needs an interpreter, said he's put his eyes on the road, and is going solely based on what he thought he heard? What is the jury supposed to do with this? Other than declare that Jonathan Majors is obviously guilty and was putting hands, feet, and whatever else on Grace in the back of that car, because that's all I heard. All I heard is that Jonathan Majors was going in on Grace in the back of the car. She took his phone. He jumped in there behind her, started pounding her or whatever. I'm trying to envision it. Hit her in her head a couple times because obviously that she's going to the hospital for some sort of a concussion. Did whatever, bit her hand, I don't know, broke her finger, whatever. He was clearly in there putting hands on her. What I'm not doing is listening to this driver who didn't see nothing because he kept his eyes on the road. Once you said kept your eyes on the road, okay, I ain't got no more questions for you then because you didn't even see nothing. It's like, okay, sir, you kept your eyes on the road. So is it accurate to say that you didn't see anything that happened in the backseat? Oh, okay, great. And if you say that you saw something, okay, sir, were you lying when you said you kept your eyes on the road? Oh, okay, so you weren't keeping your eyes on the road. You were actually putting your passengers in danger. And then you just sat here and lied. So why would we believe you? Because you said your eyes was on the road. You can't see anything in the back if your eyes are towards the front. Why are we talking to you, sir? You didn't see anything. Two NYPD officers who responded to the scene back in March took the stand Tuesday in Major's assault trial, and their testimony was interesting, mostly because they gave the blow-by-blow, or as much as they could recall from the moment that they arrived. One of the cops testified the initial call that came in, made by Majors himself, was to report someone who had attempted to take their own life via overdose. But you have to think that in those text messages, she was trying to protect him. So that could have been a story. Jonathan Majors could have concocted a story to tell them so that there wouldn't be an investigation. And that's likely what this dude was doing. The cops also noted when they got there, Jabari was on the floor in Major's apartment, and that when she finally awoke, the first thing she asked was how she had gotten there. They also testified that Jabari then asked if Majors was there or if he was outside, seemingly worried. Another interesting tidbit, the officers testified that Grace asked them why her ear had hurt. Remember, a cut ear is one of the reasons Majors is being prosecuted, but on the stand, the officers conceded they did not ask her if she had fallen. As for what Jabari did say about the injuries, they testified she said Jonathan hit her several times in the head and that he had grabbed her by the throat. One of the officers also admitted on the stand he had helped Grace fill out her DV report, completing page 1 for her and letting her do page 2 on her own. On cross, the officer said they didn't recall a lot of specific details that Jonathan's defense team asked, including whether Grace had told them she had taken 2 sleeping pills earlier in the night. You're not about to convince me she overdosed on 2 sleeping pills. Like, knock it off. Is Jonathan Majors trying to get us to believe that this lady nearly overdosed off of 2 sleeping pills? Last thing, the officer said they noted a button on Major's coat appearing to be missing, and they also said they noticed a small amount of blood on Major's comforter on his bed when they arrived, but didn't see any other signs of blood. So the court was in recess, but the testimonies continue. So this is all we're getting for today. This is today's, and it was updated as of 10:52 a.m. West Coast time? Yeah, West Coast time. Yeah, so there may be some updates because it's what, about one-ish, barely 1:30 West Coast time. So we'll see. But I'm about to move on to this Pardison thing because I need to get Party and then what else? Oh no, let me just talk about, I got Kenya, Party, and Dameson Idris. We'll do Dameson Idris last because I need to I need to show y'all the comment section. But listen, this is really just a sidebar topic because I really don't the messiness of, let me show y'all something. The messiness of this thing with Mark Daly and Kenya, and the only reason why I'm laughing is because I watched the show when Kenya was with Mark Daly and how much Mark was terrorizing the hell out of Kenya. I think Mark Daly is an attractive, dusty struggle bandit who is trying to get whatever little bit of coins he can out of Kenya Moore. And this is why I say, whatever you think about marriage is not what you think it is. You think that there's financial protections for women. Apparently, the same financial protections go to men because you got a bandit here who's so desperate and broke that he wants her to give him $521 in child support. I can't. This is the bandit. This is the bandit if I ever, mind you, Mark Daly is a businessman. Mark Daly is supposed to be a businessman. He was supposed to have did Mark Daly was supposed to have a couple restaurants, I thought it was, or something like that in New York. Why are you asking this lady for $521 in child support? That is more than the average Black woman gets in child support. This is like what are you doing, Mark Daly? Have you no pride? According to Radar Online, Mark filed a proposed permanent parenting plan and proposed child support addendum. Can somebody please tell me why Black women are getting married? Can somebody please tell me where are the monetary protections in this case? This is a man going after a woman for some child support for a kid that he does not have most of the time, mind you. Kenya and Mark previously agreed that she will have primary custody of their daughter, Brooklyn, and he will be granted visitation. Mark is a petty, petty man. Mark is petty. This is Mark Daly being petty. This is Mark Daly being petty, okay? He's being petty. You have visitation, but you want this woman to pay you $500 a month for child support? Like, come on now. It says, however, the two did agree to share joint legal custody so that Mark can still have a say so in their decision making regarding Brooklyn. Mark listed his monthly income as $5,000 before taxes and Kenya's as $50,000. He is asking that a judge grant him $521 a month in child support. We're not sure where $1 comes in at. Why do you need this extra dollar, Mark? The extra dollar is coming in out of pettiness. And I'm telling y'all why. Mark Daly is a Leo. He's being petty. He does not want this woman's money. He's being petty. This is what he's doing. He knows damn well that the person who has primary custody is the person who received the child support, not the person who have visitations. You don't even have joint custody and you asking this woman for $521 in child support? Yeah, because you really need an extra dollar so bad. Like, this dude is being petty. I want y'all to know that he's doing this out of pettiness. This man first of all, he don't make only $5,000 a month. He can't confirm that Kenya Moore makes $50,000 a month unless he's the one issuing her paycheck, or unless somebody from Bravo sent him some kind of written write-up of what she makes. He does not know what she makes, and you ain't getting no child support. You're not about to get no child support out of this woman, and you're not the primary custodial parent, and you're not. She is. And you know damn well you ain't trying to be tied down with no kid. You trying to be out there in them streets. That's what Mark over there trying to do. No, he wants her to pay him that amount. He's asking that she pays him $521 in child support. You said read it again. He is asking that a judge grant him $521 a month in child support. So he is asking the judge to make Kenya Moore pay him $521 a month in child support because women get financial protection in marriage. So of course, this man ain't really over here asking that this woman who has primary custody of this child to pay him $521 in child support. No, he doesn't want to pay him that. He wants to receive that. When it says he's asking that a judge grant him $521 a month in child support, that it literally says up here, it looks like Mark is actually requesting. No, he's not requesting to pay her. No, it looks like he's asking for her to pay him. He is asking that a judge grant him $521 in child support. Right, I see what it says up there, but down here it says he is asking that a judge grant him $521 a month in child support. To me, this sounds like he wants the child support. When you ask somebody to grant you something, he's asking for, can he have it? Can I have 521? He's literally saying she makes $50,000. I make $5K. Can you give me $521 in child support? That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. She can still get child support even if she has primary custody. I know, B, but he doesn't have primary custody. It looks like he's asking that he gets $521 a month in child support. He is asking that a judge grant him $521 a month in child support. We're not sure where the $1 comes in. A judge hasn't ruled on the case yet. So to me, it sounds like he's requesting. I know up here it says it looked like Mark Daly is requesting to pay her $521. Then this language should be changed if that's the case. He can still get child support without having primary custody as long as she makes more money. He only has visitation though. B, the only thing he has is visitation. Yeah, it says he will be granted visitation. And he only has part legal custody so he can continue to make legal decisions on her. But she has this child all the time, unless he's just getting his visitation. But no, I just wanted to go over that because, sorry, this is my known tribe, let me see something. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was just my TSA thing. Y'all can't do anything with that, but I mean, that's what I was trying to look for. You can't do anything with my TSA thing, but I mean, anyway. I am going to move on though to Dameson Idris. Let me get into Dameson Idris. Because Dameson, I want y'all to look at this comment section mostly. Oh, no, let me go into party first. Let me do party first and then Dameson Idris. Because I need to do Pardison first because Dameson Idris, I need to talk about this comment section really quickly. I have zero respect for these males who get into relationships with women who are more popular than they are. And then when the relationship ends, they start telling said woman's business, which is what Pardison Fontaine is doing. And really, when I play this video for y'all, I want you to see how dirty and dingy he looks. I really want y'all to see how dingy they look. Oh, B, you said it depends on how many days he has the child in his custody for visitation. I don't think it's a lot because they don't even live in the same state. I think she's in Atlanta, he in New York. So they don't even live in the same state. Black women need to start moving like Lori Harvey and start protecting themselves with these NDAs. Basically, y'all need to treat bandits like they treat you. Get a prenuptial agreement, make them sign an NDA so they ain't running around telling your business. Because this is a problem. Nobody knew who Party was before Megan Thee Stallion. What's happening here is that Pardison got a taste of that A-list celebrity clout, and he wants to continue to chase it. He's being a clout demon right now. There is nothing about this masculine, by the way. Nothing about this is masculine. Megan didn't mention your name, Party. So the fact of the matter is, your whole thing is to be a clout chaser, because I've been peeping the way that you've been moving. You dropped your song twice. Now you're going on interviews. You're trying to continue to have that clout that Megan was giving you, because he knows that now, look, he could be with whatever big booty, light skinned woman and be on Instagram and maybe go viral for 2 seconds. But the clout that you was getting from being with Megan, you will have to be with somebody on Megan's level to get that kind of clout. And it looks like he ain't getting it. He's absolutely riding her wave. He's riding her wave. And since Megan didn't make him sign an NDA, he's able to go out and ride her wave and tell his business. And I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't just end at a song and an interview. Party seems like the type to go write a tell-all book for some money and some clout. Because he's talking way too much, and it's like you don't even need to really be talking this much. Let's listen to this interview that he's doing with Angela Yee, where he's addressing these cheating allegations, mind you, that Megan did not even make against him. His name ain't he. His name is Party. She didn't name him in her song at all. She just said he was getting his dick sucked in the bed that they were sleeping in. Then here comes the clout demon Party, like, oh, there's a reason for me to catch some clout. People think she talking about me, so let me ride this clout wave. I told y'all, bandits don't get any attention unless they're doing something strange for change or using a black woman to get attention. In this case, he's using Megan. So let's listen to it.
Let's address everything, because on the Cobra song, she talked about you, you know, in the same bed that she sleeps in, right? So you said it wasn't there. So what did happen?
And Angela Yee is annoying. Megan didn't say anything about Party and Cobra. She doesn't even mention his name. And if I was Megan, I would tell Angela Yee, I would jump in her comment section and say, you need to shut your ass up and retract that statement. I didn't even mention this man's name. So you ain't gonna come out and sit here and say that I was talking about him when I ain't even mention his name. I would make Angela Yee pull this whole thing down. Just to be petty. Just to be petty, if I was Megan, I would drag Angela Yee and I would tell her, remove this and come out and retract your statement, because I didn't mention Party in my song at all. Megan didn't mention Party. I know, because I've listened to that song on repeat. Megan didn't mention Pardison. Like, there is no lyric in there that mentions Pardison. But then she's sitting in here in front of Party like, oh, because she said that you was doing nothing. She didn't say that. She didn't say that about him. He's assuming it's about him. This is a clout chasing hit dog that's hollering. That's what this is. Like, she's annoying.
Did you cheat?
That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all.
Look how dusty he looks. Like, he looks like a dusty vagabond. Like, what are you doing? Like, he looks like he's homeless. Like, they just dragged him in off the street.
No,
Don't do that.
No, please.
Don't you do that.
No, because I really need to go there. I really do.
Did you get your dick sucked by somebody else? Did she catch you getting your dick sucked?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Did you have sex or were you intimate with somebody else while y'all were in a relationship?
Absolutely not.
So you're saying you didn't cheat?
Absolutely. But this is my thing, right? Is having text messages cheating from your partner?
No, look, he didn't say that he didn't cheat. He didn't say that he didn't cheat. He said absolutely. When she said, so you didn't cheat, he said absolutely. Now, I don't know if that was a Freudian slip on his part, but he looked more than dirty. He looked homeless. To me, this dude looks homeless. And there's no way, if I'm Megan Thee Stallion, which I'm actually glad that she's ignoring him. I'm glad that she ain't paying him no mind. I think that's the best way there's no better way to say you unbothered than to just not respond at all. And I definitely wouldn't respond to nobody sitting up in an interview looking like this. You look like you didn't even get up and take no shower. It's like, how dare you get into an interview and speak of me, and this is how you look? So basically, Party want the world to think that Megan Thee Stallion got with a certified bum.
But what are these text messages? Well, I feel
If it's
like,
something that you gotta hide from your partner, is it cheating?
right, and that's what I was gonna say. I feel like anything, and I've answered this plenty of times. I feel like anything that you are doing that you would not do in front of your significant other, I feel like that's a form of cheating.
Or
Whether
anything you don't want her doing.
right. Whether
Like
it's
the,
emotionally, physically, intellectually, if it's something that you're not gonna do right in front of your partner or something that you wouldn't accept your partner doing from you, then yes, that's cheating. That's just my thought. So did you cheat?
In that regard, I say so, you know what I mean?
So maybe it was inappropriate stuff
But
you did.
Inappropriate, correct, right?
Okay.
Inappropriate, correct, but the way that was painted, that would have me so mad. I'm like, this is the part of the relationship after everything that took place, everything that was like kind of
The way that you were painted.
forgiven.
Like, what are you talking about? You're taking some song lyrics and making them about you. Like, what do you mean the way that you was painted? Unless is there a different version of Cobra that maybe we just didn't listen to that's out there? Like, there has to be a different version of Cobra out there. Maybe there's a remix of Cobra where Party is mentioned. Because if not, why are you sitting up here talking about based on the way that you were painted? How are you painted, sir, when no one mentioned you? No one here even mentions your name. It must be the weed or the E. Would you be popular? No. No, but for real. What are you doing? Well, what do you mean the way you were painted? Like, what do you mean? Nobody did. If nobody is even saying your name, they can't paint you to be anything.
Everything that we've washed away, especially when nobody asked for this is what you want to go with.
Let's address everything, because on the Cobra song.
Yeah, no. NDAs, like Black women need to really start taking life seriously and start recognizing who they dealing with. Like, you gotta start recognizing who you dealing with. These bandits are clout demons. A Party don't got no clout. I don't care who he writes for. You're a ghostwriter for a reason, meaning no one wants to see you. Ghostwriter means you're behind the scenes, you are unknown, you are invisible, no one sees you. Pardison don't want to be a ghost no more. Now Casper suddenly want to be a real boy. Oh, that was actually, who was that? No, it wasn't Pinocchio. It was Pinocchio that wanted to be a real boy. But in this situation, Casper works too. Casper, the friendly ghost, don't want to be so ghostly no more. So now he going around running his mouth on different platforms, chasing Megan Thee Stallion clout, looking like a dingy bum. Like, how disgraceful. Like, how are you going to sit up there and look like a dingy bum? Like, Anyway, y'all, let's get into Dameson Idris. So I don't know what inspired Dameson. Which I kind of like Dameson's energy. Y'all, I need to blow my nose so bad. I need to blow my nose so bad. Let me just get up and do it because this is getting annoying. Okay. Sorry, I had to blow my nose a little bit, but I don't know. For some reason, I like Dameson's energy. I think he has very like playful, kind of childlike energy, kind of like I don't know. I like his energy for some reason. I like his energy. But he said, I see so much unprovoked hatred towards Black women today by predominantly grown Black men, especially towards our young stars that are just trying to do their thing. The compulsion to humble these women perhaps make you feel like more of a man. I promise you, you aren't men to us. A new year is approaching. Grow up. So I don't know who inspired Dameson to say this, but it needed to be said. And perhaps Miss Audio Meagn came to my mind too. Meagn came to my mind too with him making this statement. I don't know why, but Meagn popped in my head for him writing this statement. Because there is too many grown ass Black men trying to humble. Oh, you said he's a Gemini? Yeah, maybe that's why his energy is so playful and childlike. But it's like I don't know. I like it. I just like it. I like his energy. But I want y'all to look at this comments because I want y'all to understand Black male worship coming from this woman that's talking about the queen of accountability. And I want to point out to y'all how Black men are shaping the way in which Black women view themselves and think. Because the reason why she's calling herself the queen of accountability is because these bandits who constantly run around and never take any accountability are always like, oh, Black women don't want to take accountability. Black women don't want to take accountability. What they do, Black women don't. So now she's parodying it. It would be the same thing as if she put the queen of femininity and submission in her name. It would be the same thing. She's putting this up here to appease Black men who, mind you, ain't about to take accountability for a damn thing. They still blaming welfare for them walking out of the home. So this is a group of men who don't take accountability for anything. She gonna say, Cap, the amount of Black women that disrespect each other is at an all-time high. It's always viewed as an attack when you're holding them accountable. Ain't she speaking from the mouth of a Black man? Does this not sound like a Black man? This sounds 100% like a deflecting Black man. He must not be on social media that much. It's hate on both sides. Stop. Soy Milk, she is the same Black man. There are some Black women who don't even have an identity of a woman because they too identify with Black men. And there's no way you can be connected to any form of femininity when all you identify with is a man. First comment out of here talking about Cap. The fact of the matter is, it's not Cap. We can go on any social media platform and you're going to see Black women worshiping Black men as Black men degrade Black women. That's what you're going to see across the board. Whatever I'm going to hear drag her. Now I'm about to start something with her. Y'all, I'm about to. Now I'm feeling confrontational. So now when I get off of here, I'm about to start something with her. Because then I'm feeling antagonistic. So I'm about to start something with her. Because it's like, what are you sitting here talking about? It's Cap and it's hate on both sides. She's the same. I'm gonna say spoken like the same Black man. So I mean, spoken like the same Black man in true fashion. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna keep doing it until she responds. Because now I'm gonna start. I want some smoke now. I do. Now I want some smoke. Because it's like, what do you mean it's hate on Black? It's like, do you have an independent thought? Do you have like a mind of your own? Or are you just gonna parrot dusty talking points, mind you, from 2018? These ain't even 2023 talking points. You pull in the Dusty Bandit talking points all the way from 2018 that I heard on YouTube. All the way way on YouTube. This ain't even recent, but she don't have a mind of her own. And I have a problem with women who just parrot things. Oh, it's hate on both sides. So you saying this because this is what you think a black man wants you to say. This is what you think black men want to hear you say. Even beginning with your name, the queen of accountability, because who's genuinely making that their screen name? Somebody please tell me. Who's genuinely making the queen of accountability? That's not your screen name. You got that screen name because you want a bunch of, look, and then here she goes, she got what she wants, bandits praising her. That's a fact. Like, it's like you don't got to do all this for attention from bandits. And finally, somebody on here said, girl, you know that's not what he's talking about. Stop dick riding. And she needs to. It's like, this ain't the deep throating hour where you just get on social media and deep throat dusty dick that don't take accountability for anything. It's really irking me. That's what it's really doing. It's really irking me. It's really irking me. Because it's like, why is your name the queen of accountability? Did you think that of your own? Or were you over there sitting up in chat rooms where bandits was sitting there talking about women don't take accountability for anything? And look, she took everything from the playbook. It's always viewed as an attack when you holding them accountable. So you ain't one? So you not one. And of course you're not. This is not a black woman. This is a black man in drag at this point. It's like you're a black man in drag. Don't have an independent thought at all, just parroting off dusty sentiments to get some attention from some dust balls for 5 minutes before they start dragging you because you're wearing wigs. And look, another woman came and checked her. What's weird is he's offering his viewpoint, not yours. This ain't her viewpoint. This is the Dusty Bandit's viewpoint. That's what she doesn't get. This is not her viewpoint. This is Dusty Bandit for 2018, circa 2019. That's what she's doing. She parenting off those dusty manosphere talking points. She was probably one of those same dumb women who would call in to Worm Food and get his unqualified opinion on relationships that he failed at himself. It's like, so you have no problem following a failed bandit and now you go sit up and talk about some accountability. Be accountable for the fact that you stripped away your womanhood and exchanged it from dusty beta manhood. That's what you did. But somehow you projected your viewpoint onto his. Shade Room posted his viewpoint for us to comment on. Now, not what you thought about the subject. She trying to channel her inner Dusty Bandit. That's what she doing. She pulling from the nothing ass bitch within. And look, even this black man can come on here and say, basically, as a black man, if you're not trying to lead and protect black women, then move around. It for real. Like, ease on down the road with your old dusty ass and take your 3 trash bags with you. Like, at some point, black women gonna have to start chucking up the deuces to these bandits. But you can't chuck up the deuces to these bandits when you taking on their degenerate mindset. Ain't nobody asked this woman about no accountability or what she thought was going on. Ma'am, sir, this is a post about black men. Why are you making it about black women? To appease some bandits? Exactly, you are. You trying to cyber slurp your way into acceptance and it really ain't gonna happen. Like, we just think this is just the Dusty dick sucking hour, and it's not. Like, it's really not. So she said black, African, and Caribbean men are not having these conversations about their women. Do you not know that Dameson Idris is African? They don't rate other women above their own either. Only black American men are doing that. He is speaking from his cultural perspective. No, he's not, because Africans are some of the most white worshiping people, and Caribbeans too. Like, this is a diaspora issue. This is not just the black American men issue. This is a diaspora issue. Is it more prevalent over here in the US? Yes, I believe it is. But you ain't about to convince me that African and Caribbean men ain't doing it too. They may be doing it to a lesser degree, but they are definitely doing it. Look, and here she came to cyber slurp too. Look, here she did to CyberSurf. Unfortunately, as a divorce attorney, I see this every day. Society puts a beating on black men. How? Let me ask her, how do society put a beating on black men? I bet you she can't tell you. It's like, please do tell. Because it's like I'm tired of them coming out talking about society. What is society doing to black men? What? Yeah, Themis, I figure they are. She out of her damn mind. They are doing it like they are. They're doing it everywhere. This is globally, but I do think it's mostly among Black Americans. I do think it's mostly, and I really feel like it's the dust from Black American men that's influencing this blowing over into foreign waters. I really think they dust is blowing over into Caribbean and on the continent, because one thing that Black Americans do is drive the culture for Black people globally, and ain't nobody gonna convince me that. And that's why I'm saying the fact that bandits run this culture is a problem, because if they didn't run the culture, instead of the negative influence going outward globally, it could be changed to a positive influence. Oh, but their dust is the American dust, Black American dust is definitely influencing everybody else. I really do believe that. Just dusty as hell, just kind of on here, just making excuses. Everybody just want to say things. Everybody just want to say things. Oh, society is putting a beating on Black men. Okay, well, I really just hope you can tell me how, because I ain't seen Black men ain't being beat down by society. How? Like, stuff like this makes me go, it makes me feel like I'm crazy. It really does. Stuff like this is crazy making. Literally, nobody is doing anything to Black men. Nobody is doing anything to Black men except Black men. If they feel like there's some systemic issues and the society is beating up on them, then why ain't they bitch asses fighting back? Like, I just don't. How many times are we going to sit here and say, oh, they bullying Black men, they beating on Black men, they mistreating Black men, and Black men ain't doing a damn thing in response? They not doing a damn thing in response. So what, Black men just sitting over here taking it? It seems like, and this seems like a bandit. It seems like there's a lack of awareness or discussion about how Black women, so now the discussion has to turn into a discussion about Black women, although it's clearly about Black men. So now the discussion is just about Black women at this point, because nobody can come and make a true statement about Black men. This is the problem with our community. This is why they're bordering on psychopaths. Because anytime someone comes up and tell the truth about Black men, it's always diverted to Black women. Always. A discussion about how Black women, despite having Black fathers, brothers, sons, and uncles, come onto social media and engage in disrespectful and belittling behavior towards Black men. Isn't it concerning that this behavior is often, this is why they say they're the white supremacists of the community, by the way, because this is what white supremacists do. Whenever a Black man get toe tagged, the discussion can never just be about that Black man being toe tagged, because it's going to divert to white supremacists talking about, oh, well, they do this and deflecting. Bandits are doing the same thing. Bandits are doing the same thing. Deflecting. This is not about Black women. And Black women responding and telling the truth about you ain't disrespectful or belittling. And if it is, oh well, it's the truth hurt, bitch. Get you some tissue and shut your ass up and dry your dusty ass tears. We don't got time to sit up here while you whine and cry about what some women that you've been terrorizing is saying about you. Y'all are nothing ass bitches. You don't stand for nothing. You cowardly, you treasonous. You don't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You abandon your kids. You have no integrity. You don't stand for nothing. You always chasing the opposite of you, drowning in self-hatred, projecting your self-hatred onto everybody else, and you want to sit up here and say disrespectful and belittling, what are you doing this positive? Oh yeah, nothing. This one-sided accountability and celebration of negative rhetoric and actions towards Black men contribute to the division within our community. No, apparently the most disrespected person in America is the Black men, because clearly we can't have a discussion about what these bandits are doing without it being an issue of Black women and what Black women are doing. And she's sitting up here talking about society puts a beating on Black men. Yeah, because they're such victims. They ain't running around terrorizing the community, going on drive-bys, choosing the side of gang members over their kid that got toe tagged because of their gang affiliation. They ain't really doing that. They ain't running around touching inappropriately young girls. They not doing that. You would think Black men were saints. You would literally think these were saints, innocent victims who just sitting around doing nothing except being holy and godly, and everybody just picking on them. And ain't nobody picking on you. Y'all are demonic entities. You act like devils. Like, honestly, I really don't think Satan got anything on Black men unless Black men are Satan. Like, their behavior is despicable, and what comes out of their mouth is even more despicable. But everybody want to sit up here and act like these bandits are victims. Like, what am I missing? What am I missing? Because I see a group of men publicly humiliating and demeaning the women in their community, uplifting whiteness, literally destroying their community. That's what I see. Clearly, everybody else seeing something different, and it's literally driving me insane. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But let's be real, some Black women need to take a seat and humble themselves. It ain't even Black women, it's women in general. Some of us need to be humbled. I'm so tired of cyber dick suckers on here, like slurping up dusty dick for like likes and comments. I'm really tired of that. And all you got out of your dick sucking is 5 comments. And most of them is, and it's between you and another woman. You didn't even get the dusty attention that you wanted, but you sure was on here cyber slurping for it. Just disgusting. And this is why I'm saying, look, stop it, nigga. These women take pride in disrespecting themselves and will lower themselves to any of these disrespectful dudes as long as they got a bag. This ain't the 60s. It is for you in your nothing ass bitch position because you ain't done nothing. You ain't progressed. So it might as well be the 60s when y'all crying asses was sitting up in the videos talking about the white system is using the, where's my clip? Like, where is my clip? Because this is what y'all was saying in the 1960s. Absolutely not. It is the 1960s for y'all. It might as well be. Where's my clip? Because I know it's in here somewhere. With this bandit, no, not that one. This one.
White structure castrated the Black males continue doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
Are you blaming us? Are you saying that it's our fault that this happened?
No, I'm not blaming Black American women. I just said that I'm blaming the system. They are.
I'm blaming the. He sound like a crackhead bandit.
Say that we are castrating you. You say that you want to be the leaders. Okay. Well, what about the Black professional woman? Are you saying that there should be no Black professional woman? Are you trying to deny Black women the right to be creative, the right to function?
We're not asking for you to take a back seat. We're saying that you have got to be astute enough and can view the situation well enough where you just automatically know what your role is and step back. And whenever you want to have that.
Yeah, it's still the 1960s for these dusty bandits. Bottom line, it's still the 1960s. You still crying the same dusty ass tears. You still sitting up there talking about how somebody using Black women against you. The only difference is between now and then is that in one breath you talking about how you dominated by another group of men, and then you talking about how you an alpha male. No, alpha males don't get dominated and subjugated by other groups of men, Bandit. But it's definitely the 1960s still for you. Exactly. She had it right. Here comes all the hurt men with the black men are always attacked comments. And it's like, you're not. You're just a weak bitch at the end of the day. And just because you cry like the weak bitches that you are does not mean we have to have sympathy for you and look at you as the victim. I'm more concerned about the victims of these males than them being victims. I could care less about your dusty ass tear 500 years and counting a slave. Because all you do is complain about how you were a slave. Oh, they put it on a plantation because you're a weak bitch. That's why. The reason you were on the plantation for that long is because you are a weak bitch. And you should have came to some type of self-realization throughout that time. It would have led you to being a weak bitch. And now you're just a weak nothing ass bitch with no resources crying on the internet. Like, I'm done. You know, I can't do it. You're right. 400 years of victimhood, weakness, and being a slave. Because what bandits are always going to tell you, if they don't tell you nothing, they going to tell you they was a slave and they was bug broken. If you got bug broken, it's because you're a bitch. And there's no way to, like, alpha males don't get bug broken, bitches do. So, like, what do you think this is? It's like the 100 different ways they tell you that they're bitches, weak bitches, without telling you that they weak bitches. Tell me that you're a weak nothing ass, slave ass, castrated, bug broken ass bitch without telling me that you're a weak ass, slave ass, bug broken, castrated ass bitch. And this is the way they do it. Sitting up here whining and crying, talking about what somebody doing and how society, it's always somebody outside of them. Society is dividing them. And you don't know how to not be divided because you're weak as hell. Like, I can't. I'm just, y'all, like, let me just get out of here and call B because I can't. This level of weakness irks my soul. It really irks my soul. Like, I don't know what to do with this level. Stay your weak ass away from me. That's just what you need to do. If you this week, if you're going to keep going into a mantra of they slaved me, they broke buck me, that keep your weak buck broken ass away from me. Just stay away from me. I don't like weak bitches at the end of the day. There's nothing about a weak bitch that's attractive to me. And I'm not running around here like, let me go find some weak, castrated, buck broken bitch to submit to. Why? Why am I submitting to you? I'm submitting to the same group of men who are constantly telling us they were slaved and bug broken. Then you're a weak bitch who doesn't deserve any type of submission. It just is what it is. Okay, I'm getting off. Obviously, y'all, like I have to pull this off of I have to pull this off of YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is when this finished processing, I'm going to take it off of YouTube and I'm going to repost it onto Patreon. It'll already be still on Patreon, but I'm going to swap out the link. Some people may notice it. Some people may not, because I'm not going to announce to you guys when I take it off. It's just going to be when it's done processing. So if anybody is watching the playback and then you see that you can't see the video anymore, it's because I removed it from YouTube. But if you check the other link, then you'll be able to see it. And you'll know what I'm talking about on Patreon because I'm just going to swap out the link. So you will still see the comments. You will still see the original post. I'm just going to swap out the links because I got to get this. I have to take this off of YouTube at the end of the day. So I'm going to go decompress. And tomorrow I'm gonna work on some additional content. Yeah, tomorrow I'll work on additional content for the people who get additional content, and there will be regular content posted too. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here. I'm gonna try to get to Thursday's live stream. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do Thursday's live stream. I think Thursday's live stream is gonna have to be Friday. Yeah, we're gonna have to, because Thursday I have therapy. My next therapy appointment is on Thursday again. So we will do the next live stream probably Friday at like 4 Eastern time. Yeah, we're gonna do it Friday at 4 Eastern time, because then that'll give me like it'll give me like a little bit of time, to come on here and get everything I need to get together. Because I have some stuff to do in the morning on Friday. I have some stuff to do too. So yeah, we'll do a later live stream on Friday because it can't be on Thursday because I have therapy on Thursday, and y'all know I need to be in therapy just because of this post right here. This post right here is one of the reasons why I need to be in therapy. But anyway, I will see you guys later, and I'll be switching out the link later. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for the support. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Because y'all already know, like, bandits be playing. And it's like this post got me kind of heated. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.